Hi, today I'm going to show you how I earn Bitcoin every day by doing Bitcoin mining. So this is my Hashflare account, and right now I have 65 terahash of computing power for Bitcoin mining, and my payout yesterday was $119 minus fees. I saw a question on Bitcoin mining, and so I wanted to touch base on it a little bit, just a quick overview again what it is. So every time a Bitcoin transaction is done, a computer has to do that transaction on the blockchain. And so what happens is people buy computers and Bitcoin farm setups like this, and they process those transactions. And each time they process the transaction, they get a little bit of Bitcoin for their efforts. And so that's what a farm is all about. So one of the questions I saw is, well, what if they have all this equipment, why do they lease this equipment out to people like myself and other people that want to sign up? And the answer is because this equipment is expensive. It takes, you got to have a building, you got to have electricity, you've got to have staff, you got to have a lot of things to get this going. So by allowing people to buy in or rent this computer space, like myself, it gives them capital up front to pay the bills, buy the merchandise, set up these farms, build the buildings, buy the racks, buy the computers, all that stuff. And then in return for that, that helps them build these big farms, and in return they will give part of the profits to you. So it's kind of a win-win situation for both parties. And on each of their transactions, I'm going to show you my history here. Like every day, like they give payouts every day, and so yesterday I got this payout and in Bitcoin, and then they have what they call the maintenance fees. And inside the maintenance fees, that's the fees that they take, to cover their cost. So, every time, I'm making money, they're also collecting some fees out of that also. So it's ongoing. They're taking their fees, they're making profit along with me and covering their expenses. So another thing I wanted to share today is what another reason why I like the Bitcoin mining is because I get paid in Bitcoin, and so each day, because I've invested into this terahash right here, each day they pay me out in Bitcoin. So I'm earning Bitcoin using the mining equipment, and so each day that Bitcoin is rolling in, coming in every day, day after day, Sunday, holidays, doesn't matter. There's always Bitcoin transactions going on, regardless of the price. The price of Bitcoin is going to go up, it's going to go down. Who knows where it's going to be in the future? I personally think it's going to go higher, but who knows what it's going to do? No one knows. But regardless if it goes up or down, which I cannot predict, nobody knows the future for sure. The one thing I do know is there's going to be transactions, and those transactions need to be computed and mined. So it's going to need this computer power to do those calculations and keep track of everything, regardless of if the price goes way down or goes way up. So it's a way to make money with Bitcoin or make Bitcoin regardless of worrying about the price or buying and hoping that your asset goes in the direction that you hope. Um, so here, this is a website where they keep track of the transactions in the blockchain. And right now there's over 200,000 unconfirmed transactions. So one thing that means is that there's a lot of transactions out there that need to be resolved with the miners. And so you can see these transactions just rolling through, boom, 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 all day long. And so there's a lot of work for these miners. So this is job security is one way that I look at it. All right, I want to take you through an example here. Let's say that I wanted to buy 10 terahash today. And so you come over here and you can decide on whatever amount you like, but I'm going to put it at 10 for sake of the example, which is going to be $2,200 US. And so we can come over here to the CoinWars calculator, and I've put in these numbers. The gigahash there is 0 for power, 0 for watts and power, because that's absorbed into the pool fees. And I put them at 18%. They've actually been lower than that. They've been 16, 15 to 17% for me. But just to be conservative, I'm going to put that in here. And today, last time I checked, Bitcoin was at 15.5 approximately. I saw that last night it dropped down to 11 or something like that. But right now it's at 15.5, a lot of fluctuation there. And so the hardware costs $2,200. When you hit calculate, it's going to tell you that those assumptions that it's going to be about 128 days to break even. And you would get paid like $17 a day, $511 a month, $6,200 a year. Now, regarding the price of Bitcoin, it is a factor, what the price is on how much you get paid. The higher the Bitcoin price is, the more you're going to get paid. My personal opinion is that Bitcoin is going to go higher in the next, within the next year. My assumption is that Bitcoin is going to close higher than where it is today. But no one predicts the future, who knows? And I got to give the disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. And you need to do your own research and never invest more money than you're willing to lose. But let's say that we have this, let's say that if the price goes down to, say, 11,000. Okay, let's do a recalculate here. And okay, so now that puts it at 181 days to break even, and the numbers have changed over here too. So the factor of the price does depend on how much money you're going to get on the mining. So you can come in here and play around with the price. It was at 19,000 a few days ago. And we'll recalculate that. And it says 105 days to break even. $20 a day here. $7,600 for the year. So, these are factors that you can come in and you can put in your own numbers and kind of see, whatever you want to calculate and your assumptions right here. So I'll put this link in the description so you can goof around with this calculator. I'll put in one more number for calculation. I was just curious. So I put in, what if, Bitcoin goes to, say, 22,000. I just made that number up. And so it says at that point in time, it's going to be a 90-day payback, $24 a day, $700 a month, $8,800 per year. So you can play around with the numbers yourself, and who knows where Bitcoin's going to go. I've seen some really high predictions of people guessing what it might be in the future, in a year from now. So we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see on that. Okay, with the example we were talking about earlier, Bitcoin price now is approximately $15.50, and buying in at this dollar amount, and we have these numbers: $17 a day, $511 per month, $6,200 per year, and that's if you made the one-time. That's if I made a one-time investment and didn't do anything, didn't compound, didn't reinvest, just waited for my 1-year contract to expire. And there again, just make clear, when you buy in, it's a 1-year contract. So so it's going to go for a year, and then if you want more, you'd have to reinvest. Or if you reinvest along the way, and that's going to be a new contract every time you reinvest. So if you reinvest tomorrow, you got a year from tomorrow. You reinvest in a month, you're going to have a year from that time. So let's go over to our spreadsheet, kind of using these numbers as an example. And there again, it says I'm making approximately $17 a day. Come over to the spreadsheet. You got your $2,200 investment, and this is all just test numbers, so they're approximations. So I've got it set here for a return of approximately $17 a day. And then, the purpose of this spreadsheet is about compounding. So it's taking the money that you earn each day. So in this case, the $16, and you put it back into your total. Now you've got a new total that's making you money. Now, so the next day, it's approximately this amount. And the next day, and the next day. So each day you're reinvesting this money, and your total's going up over here. and so is your interest rate. It just keeps working its way up. And so when you go down to, let's go down to 6 months here. So when you get down to 6 months, if you reinvest your money every day, you could be in this neighborhood right here, $66 a day. And let's go on down to a year if you reinvest right here. So that's the power of compounding. It's very, very, very powerful. So let's move on. I'm planning on making this spreadsheet available to those who want it. It's probably going to be in a few days. The holidays are coming up, so as soon as I get it ready, I'll I'll make a video and put a link up in the description and how you guys could get a hold of it. All right, this is the Hashflare sign up page. It's pretty easy to sign up. You just put in your information, get going, and that's about it. It's easy as that. If you have any other questions, just put them in the comments below.